Good morning, everybody. What's today? Happy Saturday. Hey to all my new followers, everybody coming to hang out. Good morning. Where's everybody at? We're going to get started at right about 12:03ish, 12:05. I'm going to give people a chance to jump on. Today we are going to work on creating ridges as we are crocheting. Good morning. Hey, Lamar. And hello, let's see, the Mellow Rose Garden. Oh my gosh, that sounds lovely, darling. That sounds like a peaceful oasis, the Mellow Rose Garden. Hey, thanks for jumping in this morning. If you guys are here, take a moment and say hello. Hey, Courtney. Morning, sis. For anyone who is going to be crocheting along today, the hook size that you are using really does not matter. But it looks like I've got a G on deck. Hey, girl. But I'll actually probably end up switching over to the J. The J is my jam. And it got a pretty good contrast against this yellow yarn, so we should be able to see the stitches pretty well. Morning, oh, girl, I don't know how to say that. Linnell. I'm going to just go with Linnell. Hey, Linnell, thanks for joining. Good morning, everybody. We'll get started in just a few minutes. With today's live demo, we will be creating ridges. All right, so we're going to be demonstrating how to create ridges when we are crocheting. Please let me know if you can hear the music in the background, because I do not work in silence. If you want me to turn it up just a little bit, or if it's too loud. I'm trying to find the right pocket, the right volume, I guess, so that I can put these videos on YouTube without problems, okay? Because YouTube be tripping. All right, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? What y'all been doing so far? What's everybody up to? I've got conditioner in my hair. I'm wearing these pajama pants I made the other day, and I'm looking forward to getting my skate on today. Gonna make a few more things, and then I'll be hanging out. Just kind of enjoying the weather. All right, so we'll be getting started in just about 2 minutes. I should start writing that on a card. Starting at 12:05. Give people time to jump on. See what's going on. Let me see. I know I got a Sharpie around here somewhere. Good morning. All right, good morning. Letting everybody jump on. Give me a wave if you're dropping in. Exclusive. Gonna give it just another minute or two. Let people jump on before we get started. I know some of my people that like to sleep in need a few more minutes before they're available. I respect it. I ain't mad at it. Sometimes I wish I could sleep in, but I am an early bird through and through. Good morning, everybody. Let me say hey to the people I do see. All right. Ooh, that breeze feels good. Good morning, everybody. All right, about to get started in just another minute. Let's see who just jumped on. Good morning, sweet tea. Thanks for joining. We're giving people just one more minute before we get started. Today we will be demonstrating how to create ridges when you are crocheting. The hook I will be using is J, 6 millimeters. The size really doesn't matter. You can use just about whatever hook and string. Again, we're just practicing today, not necessarily making a full project. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to slide this away. So it's just about time to get started. And let me show you guys an example. Alright, so it's 12:05, so let's talk about these ridges, everybody. So what are ridges? What do they look like? What the heck are you talking about, D with D Plus Designs? So this is a project I'm currently working on finishing up, and the ridges are the little grooves that you see here that give the detail. Alright, it's kind of a little bit of a ripple effect here. You see it right here, you see it right here. Get up a little bit closer. So the ridges are when you are using just your back loops to add detail to your work. All right, so there's two kinds of ridges. There's the deep ridges that I used here on this project. And then this is a close-up of the shorts that were posted recently, I think a few days ago. And here you can see in this example that both the deep ridges were used and more shallow ridges were used right here. Now again, these are created simply by using back loops only, front loops only to give that detail. So again, it's more shallow ridges right here, and then deeper ridges were used here. So both a shallow ridge and a deep ridge was used here in between those two stitches. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate what it looks like with a single crochet, with half double crochet, and also with double crochet. All right, and as always, I will do my very best to save these videos and get them up on YouTube. I definitely had trouble with the last one, still working on figuring that piece out, but I'll do my best to make sure that everything is saved. All right. So we're going to just go ahead and start with a foundation chain. I'm just going to do 10. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. Just kind of getting things started. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so as a reminder, in order to do single crochet, the row height is 1. So I'm going to chain 1. And then I'm going to insert and begin my stitch in that same space. All right, so to do a single crochet stitch, insert your hook, yarn over from the back, pull through. You will have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both of those loops. I'll demonstrate that again for the single crochet. Insert your hook, yarn over from the back, pull through. You will have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over once again and pull through 2. All right, so we're going to, morning Paul. So we're going to go ahead and do single crochet all the way down, because in order to do the ridges, you need to be on subsequent rows. So you finish your foundation chain, you finish your first row, and then from there, you'll start to be able to use that detail for your ridges. Okay, so what I'm going to show you the first time around, let's see, as I mentioned, you can have both shallow ridges and deep ridges. I don't know if those are the correct quote-unquote names of them, but again, when I'm talking about deep ridges, I'm referring to when they look like this, so I call these the deep ridges. And when I'm discussing shallow ridges, I'm referring to these that look like this. So it's a little bit of a more shallow line, all right? So it does not, it's nowhere near as pronounced. So this one's deep, this one's more shallow. Okay, so I'm going to continue with single crochet, so I will just chain 1 for my row height and turn my work. So at this point, I am only going to insert my subsequent stitches into the back loop only. So again, whenever you are crocheting, as you continue up with your additional rows, you have 2 loops on top. Now normally when you're just learning, you're going underneath of both of those loops. Everybody can see that. Good morning, Monique. Thanks for joining. So usually you're going under both of these loops here, but because we're going to create a ridge, we are only going to go into the back loop only. So if you can see, that front loop is still there. Does not have the hook underneath of it. I'm only in the back loop. I'm going to continue with my single crochet, yarn over, 2 loops on my hook, yarn over again, and pull through 2. And so that has created the first stitch with a ridge on it. So I'm going to go all the way down so you all can get a clear picture of what it looks like. And continue with going just into the back. I was about to get rolling. I said, wait a minute, now you're showing people. Okay, so you're just gonna go into the back loops only. So again, there's 2 loops here. I'm only going to go into the one in the back. Only going into the one into the back. And again, I have a foundation chain of 10 here. No particular rhyme or reason. Just what I ended up rolling with, because I think it helps to give a clear demonstration without us taking too long. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to take too long. Y'all got stuff to do today. Y'all want practice. All right. So that is going all the way down. And as you can see, we have the deep ridge. And this was created simply by going into the back loop only. All right, so this is the front of our work. When the front of your work is facing you and you go into the back loop only, you will the result will be, the deeper ridge, okay? Good morning. Thanks for joining. When you have the front of your work facing you or the right side of your work facing you and you go into the back loop only, that is when you will have the deeper ridge. Now what I'm going to demonstrate now, we're going to continue with single crochet, row height of 1. I'm going to turn it. So now theoretically we're at the back of our work, right? So I'm going to still go into the back loop only, but from this direction, the back loop is the loop that is actually closest to me. All right, so it's this one down here versus that one up front. So when I do my single crochet, I'm going to go underneath just this back loop because we're still doing back loops only, even though it seems as though it's the front. Yarn over, pull through, we'll have 2 loops on our hook, yarn over once again, and do our single crochet. Now when we look at the front, you can see that that loop is still present and hanging out and doing its own thing, okay? All right, so I'm still working on the back. I have the back side facing me, and I'm working in the back loops only. I think that's a better way to explain it. And so as we continue going down, again, foundation of 10, so we're doing rows of 10 here. No particular rhyme or reason. But you will see that this is now going to give us the shallow ridge. Okay, so the first row when we did back loops only and it was facing us, the correct side was facing us, we had deep ridges. When you do back loop only and it is and the wrong side is facing you, and let's go ahead and turn so you guys can see what that looks like, then you'll get the shallow ridge. Let me zoom this in so you guys can see the difference. Let me point it out. So right here is the shallow ridge. This row was created with the back side facing us. Right here is the deeper ridge. This side was created with the front side facing us. All right, so I'm going to do a few more demonstrations. So that was with the single crochet stitch. Let's see how it looks with half double crochet. Now again, half double crochet, the row height is 2, so I will chain 2 at the start of this row and then turn my work to begin. So now the front side, the correct side of the project, right? So whatever would be facing outwards, that is what is currently facing me. So we are going to have a deeper ridge after completing this stitch, okay? Also with half double crochet, your initial chains for your row height count as your first stitch. So this is stitch number 1. As a result, I'm going to start here, okay? So again, I want everyone to see, we've got 2 loops. Move out the way, bruh. We've got 2 loops here, 1, 2. I'm going into the back loops only. All right, so yarn over because it's half double crochet, skipping that first one because the chains took care of that, and going into this next stitch. Insert into the back loop, yarn over once again, pull up. We have 1, 2, 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over once again and pull through all 3 to complete the half double crochet. All right, yarn over, insert your hook, back loop only, yarn over, pull through all 3. All right, I'm going to go ahead and roll all the way down. If anybody has any questions, please let me know. Questions are always welcome. Or if you just want to say hey, you can say hey. That's welcome too. All right. Keep on rolling. Back loops only. Back loops only. Back loops only. And back loops only. All right. So now again, you can see that this is a deep ridge when compared to the shallow ridge. Deep ridge. Okay? So I'm going to turn my work after chaining 2. 1, 2, because I'm going to continue with half double crochet. And now you can kind of see where that line is going to be is right here. All of these are the front loops of the top of those stitches. So these are what are going to continue to hang out here. And then these in the back are what I'm going to do my half double crochets over, which is going to give me that shallow ridge. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my work. I've done my chain of 2 for half double crochet. And again, that counts as my first stitch. So I'm going into this one right here. Back loop only, half double crochet, back loop only, half double crochet. And let me just show again, there are 2 loops here. I am only going underneath, oop, 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 oop. I'm only going underneath of this loop. So his frame right there is still hanging out, okay? All right. This song got me feeling like mellowed out right now. This might get this man a hug. Get it all out, Brian. Get it all out. All right. I'm going to go all the way down. We are still doing the back loops only. Back loops only. Okay. 1, 2, because I'm going to continue with half double crochet because I want to show you guys something. But again, shallow ridge, because that's when the back side was facing us and you're doing back loops, we'll give you shallow. Deep ridge, when the front side is facing you and you're doing back loops only. If there are any questions, please let me know. All right, everybody can see that. I think I'll make some short set or something with this yellow because it's pretty. All right. So I'm going to do another deep ridge, and then, so again, just back loops only. It's a deep ridge because the correct side is facing me. And then the next thing I want to do, I don't really know what to call it. We're going to call it a deep, deep ridge for the day. But there is a space within your loops that you can make an even deeper ridge. We can call it a valley ridge, child. I don't know. Y'all tell me what the correct terminology is. It's almost like an embroidery ridge. Let's go with that. That sounds fancy. We're going to create an embroidery ridge, okay? I like that. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. The embroidery ridge, do I have it on here? Let me see if I used it. All right, I don't have it on these examples, but that's okay because I'm about to show y'all what it looked like. So basically, we're gonna continue with half double crochet. 1, 2. For the embroidery ridge, so we've got our 2 loops at the top of our stitches that we are usually inserting our hook into, right? And we wouldn't use this one because the first 2 chains already count for that stitch. What I'm going to go into instead though, so we've got 1, 2, this is where we usually put our hooks, correct? But I want to show you guys what happens when you put your hook into this back loop here. So let me show you where I just made this loop up from. So 1, 2, those are on top. I've got the back of my work facing me. There's a little thing hanging down right here. We're gonna call it the bangs. We got some bangs hanging down, so you're gonna go underneath of these bangs in the back. All right, so I'm gonna continue with my half double crochet as normal. Yarn over and pull through, and I'm gonna show you what this embroidery ridge. I like it. what this embroidery ridge looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna finish going all the way down. Watch me completely forget that I made that up. And somebody will be like, yeah, girl, embroidery ridge. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'll try to remember it. Okay, so almost done. And again, I realize I be rolling, y'all. It's habit. So what I am doing, where normally I'd be going, oop, I got too many, sorry. Normally we'd be going under both of these. And then for this example, for the shallow ridge, because the back side is facing us, we would just go under this one. For this embroidery ridge, we are going under this third one in the back. All right. So this time last year, I was actually dancing with Boys to Men. I dance to their songs and sing to their songs like it's the first time I heard them every single time. Ain't no shame in my game. Good morning. Kids Act Maryland, thanks for joining. All right. And so now we have reached the end. I'm going to put one more stitch down here on the end so you guys can see what this embroidery ridge that we just made up, what that looks like. All right. So the embroidery ridge gives us essentially a braid going all the way down. Let me bring it up closely so you guys can see. It looks like a braid. All right. So the difference between the embroidery ridge and the deep ridge is that both of those chains are more pronounced and visible from the front. With the deep ridge, it's just that top piece of the stitch. And then here is the example of the shallow ridge. If there are any questions, let me know. Make sure everybody can see the differences here. Good morning, Ladiva. Thanks for joining. All right. So again, we've got the embroidery ridge here, deep ridge right here, and the more shallow ridge right there. So I'm going to demonstrate this one more time, and I'm going to use the double crochet stitch now so that you guys can see that regardless of the stitch that you're using, whether you use triple crochet, you're doing basket weaves, so shell stitches and what have you, you can incorporate these same skills to give your work some detail. So Ladiva, you're just joining us, so let me just jump in real quick. So I'm demonstrating how you can create ridges by using your back loops when crocheting. And there's different patterns that you can very easily make, but the general process is what I'm demonstrating today. So here's another example. So here, this is the deep ridge, this is shallow, this is deep, this is shallow. All right, these are some other things going on here for another class. Okay, so we're going to go through one more time, all the way through with the double crochet. So my work is facing me, right? The ridge is the detail, the piece that would be facing out is what we are looking at currently. So this is going to be a deep ridge. 3 chains to start for your double crochet, and that counts as your initial stitch for that row. So we're gonna put it into this next space. All right, so again, typically we would go under both of the loops. See how there are 2 there? We are just going to go into the back loop only. Thank you for the love and encouragement. All right, so we've yarned over from the back, pulled up. We have 1, 2, 3 loops. The difference between double crochet and half double is that you yarn over and pull through just 2. Then you yarn over again and pull through 2. I'll show that again. Yarn over. We are going into the back loop only. All right. Yarn over again, pull through. We have 1, 2, 3 on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. Please excuse the additional background noise. My neighbors are doing all the yard work right now. Let me close that door. Okay. All right, so we're going to continue going all the way down. Again, our work is facing us. We are going into the back loops only, and this is going to give us a deep ridge detail. Okay. Here we go. Good morning, Camera Music TV. Thanks for joining. We're practicing our ridges here with crocheting, demonstrating how to do them. We started with a single crochet, and then half double crochet, and now double crochet. And I've demonstrated how to do shallow ridges, deep ridges, and embroidery ridges, which we have just coined today. All right, and then this is the final. And so again, you can see that this is a deep ridge. So this ridge looks different than that one. So now, 1, 2, 3, okay, because it's double crochet that we're doing, turning my work. I'm still going to go into the back loops only, but now that the back is facing me and we're going into the back loops, these will give us shallow ridges. All right, so this is what that looks like. Slow down, show the people. All right, so normally we would go under. Let's see where we are. Normally we would go under both of these, but we are just going to go under this one. Okay. Back loop only. Back loop only. Back loop only. Again, it's this one right here. Back loop only. If my fingers will work. Being all camera shy in these streets. Come on, fingers. Back loop only. And then 2 more. Back loop only. And then when you get to the last stitch, because it started with the chains, you want to just insert your hook into the top of the 3rd chain from when you started the previous row. 1, 2, 3, because it's double crochet. And so now if I go all the way down, it'll be a deep ridge because the front side is facing me. So back loop only. And I'm going to roll on through this so I can show you guys the embroidery stitch one more time, since I believe you've had the opportunity to see the back loops for the deep ridge and the shallow ridge a couple times now. Boop. Finally getting better with crocheting while on camera, while speaking. Kind of hype about that. It's not feeling so awkward all the time. I kind of know how to arrange my tripod at this point, y'all. Because I was struggling early in these videos, okay? Struggling. As I start to struggle now. Alright, one more. I ain't gonna lie, I'll just be picking whichever hole at the end. Make it do what it do. Alright, 1, 2, 3. So again, just one more time. We're going to do deep ridge. So we've got, embroidery ridge. So basically these stitches are what are going to be facing outwards like that. All right, so we don't start with that back one because double crochet, those 3 chains already count. Go into this here, 1, 2. There's a back loop right here. There's also a back loop right here that I always struggle to get into. That's right here. I'm losing my light. It goes right underneath. If I could get it. Right under here. Alright, let me try to show you guys that again. So it's 1, 2, this back loop right there. Obviously this one's a little bit harder to get into. So you throw in your extra fingers and make it work. I think my yarn is fighting me as well out of that back loop. Okay, so 1, 2, back loop space. Alright, and we're gonna finish this out and demonstrate and allow you guys to see the model. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. Thank you for hanging out with me this Sunday. Nope, this Saturday. Child, I don't know what day it is. I ain't got a clue what day it is. Let's see. I just said I became less awkward doing it on the camera. And my hands were like, what? Be awkward? Stumble? We gonna figure this out though. Please believe. Let's see, that back loop right there. All right, so again, we've got 1, 2, going into this back loop right here. Now going underneath of this one is typically easier. Right here, it also doesn't want to show you, but you can also go underneath of this one as well instead of this one. It's all personal preference, up to you. Play around with both. I typically go under the other one because of how this one is currently acting. And when I get crocheting, I like to be able to just kind of roll. I don't like to have to stop and fight with my yarn. But it's all good. All right, so we're gonna go into this one right here. And then now we're going to finish with the final, the 10th double crochet for that row. Okay, so let's look at this one more time. So the row we just finished, although it gave us a headache, child, okay, fighting us, gave us the embroidery detail right here, so the embroidery ridge. This one was completed with the front facing us, so it was a deep ridge. This one was completed with the back facing us, so it was a shallow ridge. And we see that again. This is the embroidery ridge. Nope, I'm lying. This is the deep ridge. This is the embroidery ridge. This is another deep ridge. A shallow ridge here. A deep ridge there. And a shallow ridge here, okay? So today we demonstrated how to create ridges when crocheting with single crochet, with half double crochet, and also with double crochet stitches. As always, I will do my very best to upload this video to YouTube. It will also be available on my page. Thank you everybody for joining, and I'll talk to you soon. Happy crocheting!